afternoon session of our 3 days FDP on importance of NAAC in higher education institution. I request Mr. Kiran B, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, to introduce our today's resource person, Dr. M.S. Govinde Gowda, Dean Academics, ATMECE, Mysuru. Over to you, sir.
Good afternoon, all. It's my privilege to introduce Dr. M.S. Govinde Gowda to the gathering. Dr. M.S. Govinde Gowda, currently working as Professor and Dean Academics at ATME College of Engineering, Mysuru. Dr. M.S. Govinde Gowda has received BE degree in Mechanical Engineering in 1986 from Mysuru University, MTech from Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay in 1993, and PhD degree from IIT Bombay in 2005. Dr. M.S. Govinde Gowda is passionate for teaching and as a career and has served in the academic field since 1987 at various capacities and has a total 33 years of teaching and administrative experience. His achievements include Best Faculty IST Chapter 2018 by IST Karnataka State, grant of rupees 1.2 crore under NAIN for the establishment of Incubation Center from Ministry of IT, BT and ST, Government of Karnataka during the year 2018-19 for 3 years. Grant of rupees 40 lakhs under KFIST level 2 from VGST during 2018-19 for 2 years. Grant of rupees 6 lakh under research grant from VGST for the year 2019-20. Systematic implementation of practice of OBE method in teaching learning process. Implementation of pedagogical methods in teaching and many more such approaches. Its research interests are mainly in the area of critical heat flux in nuclear reactors, heat and fluid problems, FEM and CFD analysis, and non-conventional energy utilization. He has over 30 research publications. He is currently guiding 6 research scholars for a PhD under VTU Belgavi. Dr. M.S. Govinde Gowda has authored some out-selling textbooks such as a textbook of turbo machines and E10 mass transfers. Presently serving as academic senate member, he has also worked as chairman of LIC, member of BOE and BOS in VTU. We are happy to have you as a resource person for the 3 days FDP. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you very much for a nice presentation. First of all, I thank the management principal for giving me an opportunity to speak on one of the criteria in the NAAC accreditation of the institution. For me, the assignment given is the criteria 7, on which I supposed to speak. Since the last 3 days, various subject experts, both external as well as internal, have delivered very exhaustive, very informative informations on criteria 1 to 6 till 12:30 today. Those informations are definitely going to be very useful, and they have explained not only the criteria, key indicators, or tables, matrix, documents, etc. They also shared their experiences in the process of NAAC accreditation, either in building the files for the verifications, or some experts, namely Vivek Kapoor, Dr. Vivek Kapoor, have also shared his experience when he had gone for inspection as a expert member also, and many of them in large or in brief they have explained what is the NAAC, what is the importance of NAAC, why the institution should have a NAAC and all. So therefore, I don't want to go again into that domain. So let me straight away come to my area of domain which has been assigned to me. So that is the institutional values and best practices. That is the criteria 7. Is this slide visible to all of you?
Yes, sir. It's visible, sir.
Yeah. So this
Excuse me, sir.
criteria
Sir,
7.
Put it to slideshow, sir.
Yeah. So this criteria 7 basically carries a total marks of 100, and this 100 marks really not the important of getting the marks, but this criteria will tell how institution should possess the values and what best practices to be in place, how the institution is committed for delivering the values in terms of gender equity, in terms of environmental consciousness and sustainability, in terms of energy conservations, and in terms of distinctiveness of the institution with respect to the other institutions. As a whole, it reflects the value of the institution, how it imparts the values or imparts the practices to the stakeholders who are involved in the institutions, be it employee, be it students, be it parents or alumni, etc., etc. So therefore, even though it is the last criteria, but it has a more weightage in terms of values rather than terms of marks. Of course, it also has a very accountable marks of 100 marks. So criteria 7 mainly consisting of 3 subdivisions. One will deals with the institutional values and social responsibilities, which carries 50 marks, and also it deals with the best practices, that is 7.2, which carries the 30 marks. The 7.3, the institutional distinctiveness, the 20 marks. As I mentioned, how our institution is distinctive from the other institution, how it is different from the other institutions, what are the distinctive practices we are practicing, we are adapting, we are implementing to give justice to the all stakeholders. It's all that matters. So let us discuss about 7.1, which deals with the institutional values and social responsibilities, which mainly consisting of nearly 11 subdivisions. 7.1.1, it deals with the measures initiated by the institution for the promotion of gender equity during the last 5 years. 7.1.2 deals with the institution has facilities for alternate sources of energy and energy conservation measures. 7.1.3 describe the facilities in the institution for the management of the following types of degradable and non-degradable waste. That is the dealing with the management of degradable and non-degradable wastes that are going to be produced in the institution. 7.1.4 deals with the water conservation facilities available in the institution. 7.1.5 deals with the green campus initiatives which has been adapted or which has been practicing in the institution. 7.1.6 deals with the quality audits on the environment and energy regularly undertaken by the institution. 7.1.7 deals with the institution whether it has disabled friendly barrier free environment for Vikalangana people. 7.1.8 deals with the description of institutional efforts or initiatives in providing an inclusive environment that is a tolerance and harmony towards cultural, regional, linguistic, communal, socio-economic and other diversities. 7.1.9 deals with the sensitization of the students and employees of the institution to the constitutional obligations, values, rights, duties and responsibilities of citizens. 7.1.10 deals with the institution has a prescribed code of conduct for students, teachers, administrators and other staff, and conducts of periodic programs in this regard. 7.1.11 deals with the institution celebrates organizational, national and international commemorative days and events and festivals. Each activity has its own marks like 5, 5, 4, 5, something like that. So now let us move on to one by one and how documents to be prepared for this for the inspections. Let us see now. So 7.1.1 measures initiated by the institution for the promotion of the gender equity during the last 5 years. Of course, it carries 5 marks and it is a qualitative matrix. So, in which the institution has to describe the gender equity and sensitization in curricular and co-curricular activities, facilities for women on the campus, etc. That you have to explain within 500 words, and these things have to be linked to linked in our website, that annual gender sensitization action plan, specific facilities are provided for women in terms of college and development committee, student representatives, activities for women such as International Women's Day, other women's activities, etc., safety and security, and counseling and classrooms. Particularly, the committee will look into the gender sensitization right from the appointment of a employee, as far as the employees are concerned, to the admissions of the students, in which how many lady students got admitted, how many boy students get admitted, and how you are looking them. So this sensitization, that is a gender equity or gender sensitization, will start right from our recruitment to promotions, in promotions and in supporting them or initiating some kind of activities, some kind of rewards, how you are treating them, all this will account. So that is how you are equally treating the woman employee, woman students, or the girl students, or women in the campus. So for this, basically, college and department committee, the college and department have various committees, maybe a timetable committee, maybe the other committees will come forward in the further slides. That's another issue. In the department level and in the college level, I am talking about. In the lower level, I am talking about in general, that say for example, timetable committee, or your examination conduction committee, or any kind of work assignment, whether you have involved or given the equal opportunity to the woman, is the very important. And these documents, they going to definitely check for last 5 years what are the committees you have in the department level and the college level, what is the percentage of participation, or what is the percentage of what do you call the importance given in the committee for the women and all, they're going to look into that. So in that, really it requires various kinds of programs that you're going to conduct in the department level as well as in the college level. For the NBA point of view, or for the NBA sake as well as the NAAC sake, we have to have the kind of segregation that for that given program, how many gents participated, how many ladies have been participated in, how many programs, or how many programs you have what you call conducted meant only for ladies. All these things they're going to check. And then the students representatives, so this also they're going to check whether you have involved the student representatives, like whether you have given options for the lady students to become representative, or whether you have given an opportunity for the lady student to become member in the committee. Nowadays, various committees are going to be formed in the institute, like your PAC committee, DAB committee, or as far as the NBA is concerned, or even, for example, like function conduction committee, or the graduation day celebrations, during which many committees are going to be formed. In all those, whether you have given a proper representations to the lady representative or lady girl students in the various committees, this we have to have this statistics. And similarly, whether you are conducting ladies oriented or the events that are very much relevant to the ladies, whether you are conducting in the institutions or not, is also going to be counted. Say for example, you are conducting the Women's Day. So in our institutions, we conduct Women's Day. We also conduct various activities where lady students will take part, like Rangoli events, not only in the cultural co-curricular activities, in sports also, and even we give more preference to the students. So for example, program to anchor, for example, to become a master of ceremony, whether you are giving opportunity to the lady students. And in cultural activities, whether you are giving more equity or more equal opportunity to the ladies. So this is what as far as the activities for women, such as International Women's Day, other Women's Day activities are concerned. And next, safety and security. In the workplace, safety and security for the woman is very important. Not that it is only for women, it is also for the men also. That's another issue. But the law says the safety and security should be given more importance for the ladies. That's another issue. Okay, so therefore, in the workplace, as far as the women employees are concerned, as far as the lady students are concerned, whether you have appropriate measures to take care of that. So for that, generally every institutions will have the committees, mandatory committees, as far as the AICTE or NBA, like anti-ragging committee, internal complaint committee, institute internal complaint committee, grievance redressal committee, anti-sexual harassment committee, and so on and so forth. So there are many, even women's club also will be there in some institutions. So women empowerment cell will be there in some institutions. Such clubs or such committees should be there to look after the safety and security of the working people, as well as the student girl students also. So for these committees, of course, you have to have the formation of committee, roles and responsibilities of a committee. So in formation of committee, in the sense, various people involved in taking decisions, kind of this thing. So therefore, formation of the committee, roles and responsibilities of the committee, and activities by committee or proceedings of the committee. So these things for last 5 years, so one has to have in the institution level. So because these are all refers to the institutions level. So internal complaint committee or anti-ragging and anti-sexual harassment committee, grievance addressal committee, or women's club, women's empowerment cell, all these things they refers to the institution level. So therefore, so each committee it has to have its own composition, the formation, then the roles and responsibilities, and its executions. So, so how long once in a while, in the sense, in for frequently, there's a frequency of meeting to be conducted. All these the things they're going to check. So therefore, so these documents are to be verified, will be verified by the committee. So therefore, they are to be maintained very carefully, appropriately. Now next part is counseling. So here there are various counseling, remember that. So in the institution you have various counseling type, like a general counseling, so then the educational counseling. So this educational counseling normally will carry out right from the entry level to the exit. So that is right away, starting from the student induction program to the end of the what you call the program. Then the personal counseling. Suppose some students are really what you call not what you call normal as that of the normal students. So then you need the personal attention. So for such kind of what you call woman, whether you have that facility, we have to have that facilities, of course. So if that facility, that problem is not resolved within the institution itself, so then obviously the committee, sorry, NAAC will expect that nearby hospital must have a MOU with institution, or frequently a psychiatric or what you call psychology professors or psychology background people or psychiatric doctors. So whether they will come visit to take care the personal counseling. If such cases are there, you have to have a proper documents for that. The career counseling, of course, this going to be done with the placement training and placement department. So career counseling along with the training and placement department, they're going to have this. Next, this counseling also going to be conducted in our institutions through ERP, ERP also. So appropriate steps will be taken after counseling to monitor the students or to motivate the students. Next is under 7.1.1, we have a common rooms. Whether you have a common room separately for girls or not. So every institutions normally will have a common room. So as per the AICTE norms, 100 meter square common room must be there for the girls. So this is going to be there. So therefore, this all these informations are to be maintained, and these facilities normally going to be updated in our website. So this is with refer to the gender equity. So now let us move on to 7.1.2. that the institution has facilities for alternate sources of energy and energy conservation measures. So this really requires the institutional commitment as far as the environmental consciousness and the sustainability is concerned. So it carries 5 marks, and it is a quantitative measures or quantitative matrix. So, in any institutions, so they have, according to the NAAC, they have given the 5 headings under which you can have the energy source and the energy conservations accordingly. So you might be having a solar energy, you might be having biogas plant, wheeling to the grid. So sensor based energy conservation, use of LED bulbs and power efficient equipment. So in this, of course, you are expected to opt whether all or 4 or more are there, or likewise. Suppose you have a four options. One is A 4 or all of the above, probably 5 marks, or 3 of the above, because every institution cannot have all 5. So therefore, so whether you have 4 or whether you have 5, accordingly the marks will be given, of course. Accordingly marks will be given whether you have all 5, whether you have only 2, we have only 3, accordingly marks will be given, of course. So of course, as a proof, you have to provide geotagged graphs, photographs. So this is solar energy. So normally in our college we have the solar energy, and we have also LED bulbs and power efficient. You have this, and so some colleges might have biogas also. So therefore 3, and wheeling to the grid. That means if you have a device or the provision for transmitting or connecting your power generation to the grid for public usage, that means you are selling it to the what you call seller, where they can sell it to the government or something like that. That is called as the wheeling to the grid. Sensor biased energy conservations, like these are all automated energy operating systems. Whenever say for example, in the room you have some amount of light, so beyond which energy need not to be spent. So in that case, the for example, that bulb is to be automated or to be switched off, or whenever you want to go out of the classroom, the automatically the bulbs to be switched off without human interventions, or AC, for example, air conditioning units, for example, or even fans. Such systems you have or not. So accordingly, your marks will be given out of 5. So 5 out of 5 you will get if you have all 5. 4 or all 4 and above always will give the 5 marks. So therefore accordingly the thing. So but for all these things you must have a relevant document, of course. It is to be maintained appropriately. This is one thing. So next, so let us move on to the 7.1.3. This is also this is a qualitative matrix. Describe the facilities in the institutions for the management of the following types of degradable and non-degradable waste: solid waste management, liquid waste management, biomedical waste management, e-waste management, wastewater recycling method, hazardous chemicals and radioactive waste management. So every institutions normally will have 3 to 4. So solid waste management normally they have. So whatever the solid waste that going to be produced within the campus, they are going to take care. So liquid waste management similarly. So biomedical waste management and e-waste management. So every institutions will not have their own arrangements, but e-waste management normally will be done from the outside, either municipal corporation or municipality people will come and collect it through the NGOs, for example. Waste recycling method or waste water recycling method. So this system normally every institutions will have after retreatment of the water. They're going to use this water for lawn, all this or for plants and all. So accordingly, what facilities you have to explain. So for this, relevant documents like uh, relevant documents like agreements or MOUs with the government and other approved agencies you have to produce, because for e-waste management and hazardous chemicals and radioactive waste management, normally any institutions cannot take the risk. They must have MOUs with the agreement or any other NGOs who are approved by the governments. They have to take care. So therefore, these details to be uploaded in the uploaded in our website, of course. So this I am going to show here, degradable, non-degradable. So degradable wastes, of course, can be used as the fertilizers or for fertilizing the soil in our campus itself. So this is the degradable what you call the wastes in the institute. So non-degradable coming, of course, the plastics and what do you call computer gadgets. So these will come, and these things to be taken care by the what do you call this computer what do you call e-waste management and biomedical waste management. They are to be taken care by the government or the government authorized societies or what do you call groups. So that is why we have to have MOUs with such kind of organizations. So then every institutions might be having this. So therefore, these documents you must have in your this thing. So next, water conservation facilities available in the institution. So here you have again 5 what you call options in the institution. So this is also a quantitative matrix, and if you have in your institutions, for example, 4 or more, you will get 4 marks fully, and if you have only 3, automatically you will get 3, and if you have only 2, you 2 likewise. And rainwater harvesting normally every institutions will have. Borewell and open well recharge normally every institutions will have this also. The construction of tanks and bunds will all normally will be there or not. In some institutions might be there. If the area is very large, you might find the construction of bunds for the preservation of water, of course. Wastewater recycling, as I mentioned already, here every institution will be having this wastewater recycling. Even maintenance of water bodies and distribution of systems in the campus. So these things will have have to have the documents, and we have to upload in our website the geo tagged photographs and videos of the facilities. And so here I'm showing the pictorial view. So how rainwater harvesting and recharging of borewells, rainwater harvesting going to be done. And of course, these are only the pictorial views. This kind of arrangements might be there, might not be there in all the institution, but normal rainwater harvesting facilities, borewell and open well recharge, and wastewater recycling. So these and maintenance of water bodies and distribution of systems in the campus, like from the main powerhouse, the distribution of water to various sources like various departments, various what you call amenities, how the water going to be distributed and all normally will have. So this pictorial view must be sorry, geo photographs and video facilities must be there in your college in order to prove it, or else to provide the evidences. So next is refers to the green campus initiatives. So this also quantitative matrix. So like you have green campus initiatives means a restricted entry of automobiles, whether you are allowing all the moving vehicles into the campus, whether you have what you call diesel operated or petrol operated vehicles to all the access point, whether you have only the battery powered vehicles, pedestrian friendly pathways, ban on the use of plastics, landscaping with the trees and plants. So since it is a quantitative matrix, so accordingly marks will be given based on how many of them you have in your the campus. So 4 and above is 4 marks obviously. So automatically, so 3 will give 3 marks, or 2 facilities you have 2 marks, and only 1 facilities you have 1 mark, and if none of them is 0, in the sense 0 will not be there. So what more than 2 facilities always will be provided in any the campus. So in view of this, we have what you call in green campus initiatives. Every institutions we also have a pedestrian friendly pathways. So there is no interference with the vehicles as well as with the moving vehicles, say for example. And as far as the plastics are concerned, there is a prohibited mark. So in our institutions, every institutions might be having this, and landscaping with the trees and plants. This will be there in order to have greenery or oxygen enrichment environment to have. Landscaping with the trees and plants also will be there. So this is what. So we also having a landscaping with plants inner end of our campus, and of course the campus, that is why it looks very greenery. So this is what. So normally going to be I think, and 7.1.6 quality audits on environment and energy regularly taken by the institution. This is also quantitative matrix. So here there are 5 what you call options. One is the green audit, another energy audit, then the environment audit, the green and clean campus recognitions, awards if any, and beyond the campus environmental promotional activities. So these they are going to check, of course. So to support this, we are supposed to upload in our website that the reports on environment and energy audit submitted by the auditing agencies, which are to be thoroughly audited and signed by the auditing or authorities. Then the certification by the auditing agency we have to have, and certificates of awards received any, for example, Green Campus Award, or Clean and Green Campus Award, Smoke Free, Plastic Free, Mobile Free Campus Award. If you have such kind of awards, you please preserve it and you have to show it. And reports with photos for promotional activities. What are the promotional activities you have taken to initiate the green campus? Okay, so green campus, of course. So from the green campus, you will get all this thing. So this also you supposed to have, if at all you have this. So therefore, green auditing. Okay. Okay. Next will be the 7.1.7. The institution has a disabled friendly or barrier free environment which carries 5 marks. Of course, it is also a quantitative measure. So, whether you built environment with ramps, lifts for easy access to classrooms, disabled friendly washrooms, signage including tactile path, lights, display boards, signboards, etc. Assistive technology and facilities for persons with disabilities, Divyanjan accessible website, screen reading software, mechanized equipment, whether you have the provision for inquiry and information for the disabled people. So, out of these 5, the marks accordingly will be awarded. So, based on whether you have 4 or more, there whether you have only 3, whether you have only 2, accordingly the marks will be so awarded. And in order to support this, support your claims, you supposed to upload to the website that the geotagged photography, videos of the facilities, policy documents and information brochures on the support to be provided, details of the software procured for providing the assistance, reports with the photos of our promotional activities like. See, software procured for providing assistance, for example, if there is any blind people or any what you call disabled people, they must walk through sensor assisted mechanisms. So that kind of what you call assistance you have or not, that you should tell. That you should what you call highlight. So normally you have this in any institutions for disabled people. Lift will be provided, provisions will be provided to utilize the lift facilities, and a ramp or the ramp type of staircase will be provided for such kind of people, and for their easy movement you also find the availability of a wheelchair in institutions. As I mentioned, for all these, what are the facilities you have for disabled friendly and barrier free environment? You must have the photographs and videos to be uploaded in the website, and all the documents to be uploaded. So next is 7.1.8. This of course tells about the inclusion and situatedness. Describe the institutional efforts and the initiatives providing an inclusive environment, tolerance and harmony towards cultural, regional, linguistic, communal, socio-economic and other diversities. So on which you are supposed to give your explanation for less than 500 words. Less than 500 words you have to give. Of course, it is a qualitative matrix. Hence, you have to provide all the supporting documents on the informations provided as reflected in the administrative and academic activities of the institutions in our website, And any furthermore informations if you want, you can also highlight in the website. So as far as these administrative and academic activities of the institutions are concerned, as far as the institutional efforts and initiatives are in providing an inclusive environment, the various activities have taken up and have been conducted. So blood camp donation, eye checkup, dental checkup, adoption of animals of the zoo, contribution awards, contribution towards orphanages, lead the blind, honoring the family of martyrs of Indian Army, blood donation, candle march for martyrs, so Independence Day, plantation of trees activities, all these activities we have taken. So these are the activity, that is the college activity, and this is the activity where our college is contributing towards orphanage, and this is the what you call the donation being donated to the adoption of animals of the zoos, and tree planting, and whatever in general you have in our college, you have to have the documents, and you have to show as a proof through your photos, as well as through photos and documents. Now similarly, 7.1.9, sensitization of students and employees of the institution to the constitutional obligations, under which values, rights, duties and responsibilities of the citizens. So which also a qualitative matrix, where you have to describe within 500 words the various activities in the institutions for inculcating values for being responsible citizens as reflected in the constitutions of India. So all the details of the activities to be uploaded or to be provided in our web link, and any institutions will do this, any institutions will do this, like details of activities that inculcate values necessary to render students into the responsible citizens. So for example, if we take our college, we are conducting ATMECE college annual fest celebrations with the social cause. So adoption of Melahalli government school, where we are creating a computer awareness by conducting a computer awareness program, plantation of tree activities, induction program for students. So and again we are giving awareness on the traffic safety awareness, so road safety awareness, traffic awareness, and all these things we are going to conduct. And these two pictures depicts the activities that have been conducted in Melahalli government school, adoption school, various activities, and this is the traffic awareness or the road safety awareness activity that has been conducted, and other college annual fest, where the students are given ample of opportunity to interact, to show their what you call the talents, to exhibit the duties and responsibilities, like so mingleness with the other caste and cadre students, religions, and you should show the values. So these are all various activities, that is the sensitization of the students and employees. Even for employees of the institutions, so many programs will be conducted, like Teachers Day, or graduation day, this engineers day, or parents meet day, or something like that, also going to be conducted. And hence So every institution will be conducting this regularly, but you must have the record for all those things. Next. So 7.1.10, the institution has a prescribed code of conduct for students, not only for students, teachers, administrators, and other staff, and conducts a public, periodic programs in this regard, which carries 5 marks. So normally, 4 activities they expect. The code conduct is displayed on the website. There is a committee to monitor the adherence to the code of conduct. Institution organization professional ethics programs for students, teachers, administrators, and others. So normally we are going to conduct regularly during the induction program, during the Teachers' Day celebrations, during Engineers' Day celebrations, etc. Annual awareness programs on code of conduct are organized. So all these things are generally going to be conducted for creating the awareness on the code of conduct. Of course, for any employees, for any of the institutions, normally will have their own service rules book for implementing the code of conduct for their employees. And for the students, of course, whatever the guidelines prescribed by the VTU and AICT will become the code of conduct. Addition to that, any by institutions will furthermore explicitly will prescribe the code of conduct, like the students are not supposed to have smoking in the college. They are not supposed to destroy any property of the institutions. All this going to be explained, or all those going to be what you call publicized, are going to be provided to the students at the time of admissions, and during their pursuing educations. There is a monitoring cell that they are going to monitor it. So for all these things, you have to upload a code of ethics policy documents, that is the guidelines or service rules or whatever it is, and details of monitoring committee composition and minutes of the committee meeting supposed to have. These informations not only uploading to the website, one must also provide during the what you call during the inspection time. Let us come to 7.1.11. Institution celebrates and organizes national and international commemorative days and events and festivals, which carries 5 marks. So this also what you call the qualitative type. So normally you have to explain this efforts within 500 words. So normally every institutions will conduct this kind of activities. So in our college, we normally going to conduct International Yoga Day, international conferences also we going to conduct, International Women's Day we also going to conduct, and such in national and international commemorative days. Say for example, even Independence Day or even Gandhi Jayanti, they are all national commemorative days or commemorative days. This is going to be celebrated. Next, we come to what you call 7.2, which is also of a qualitative. So, 7.2 deals with the best practices in the institution, which carries 30 marks. So, every institution have to describe at least 2 best practices successfully implemented by the institution. To prove, so to as a proof, you should also provide web link these best practices in our institutional website, of course. So the format for presentation of best practices are like this: the title of the practice, objectives of the practice, and the context, in what context this practice, these best practices are being practiced. So what the practice, what is the outcome of this practice, evidences of success, the problems encountered, and resources are required for all these things. So this is going to be presented. So, and of course, our institutions are normally best practices. We propose that the students' response system and 360-degree faculty appraisal system are the two best practices we are practicing. The student response system not only taking the response on the curriculum delivery, it also tells us the feedback to take care of the corrective measures. So by using that, we are going to analyze. Analysis will be done. That means the appraisal will be done on that. So normally this appraisal, the faculty 360-degree appraisal. So the student performance analysis based on that is 100%. Student feedback 100, self appraisal 100, co-worker appraisal. What I mean to say that the appraisal will be taken from every linkages. So, for example, a professor is linked with the principal, is linked with the associate professor, is linked with the assistant professor, is linked with the student, linked with the management. Therefore, from all the angles, this appraisal or input will be taken, and accordingly, the appropriate actions, in the sense improvements or appropriate rewards, all these are going to be provided. And the student response system, particularly this is a very good system to know how much the students have understood the course delivery or the curriculum in the classroom. Accordingly, it leads to the plan for the teacher to take corrective measures. Suppose some students are not understanding some problems, let us say, from their feedback or from their responsive feedback. So immediately the teacher can give attention to address all those so that the students will lead to a correct path or the correct stream. So in its success career. So therefore, in our institutions, we have two best practices. One is the student response system, another is the 360-degree faculty appraisal system. So likewise, in other institutions also might be having different types of best practices. You have to explain them in a appropriate way. So lastly, 7.3 institutional distinctiveness, which carries 20 marks. So here the institution supposed to show how it is distinctive with other institutions or with the other universities, if it is universities or if it is an autonomous college, if it is an affiliated college. So since ours is the affiliated college, how it is distinct from other affiliated college have to show. So therefore, here we have to give the description or portray the performance of the institution in one area distinctive to its portrait. So, and accordingly, we have either for solar rooftop system or green campus or best teachers awards or student support system, the Vidyasare scholarship, that is the best distinction, the distinctive what you call method we adapted compared to other institutions. So likewise, every institutions will have one or the other distinctive area compared to other institutions. So therefore, it is necessary to explain clearly or present it clearly with respect to that. So in order to have provide a proof, so you have to provide the web link to appropriate web link. You have to provide in the institutional website to see all the evidences or the proofs. So these are the what do you call the presentations or the discussions about the criteria 7. And as I mentioned, the criteria 7 plays a very important role as far as the values and values and the commitment are concerned. Institutional values and commitment are the best practices to give justice to all the stakeholders are concerned. This is important. So with this, I am winding up my presentation. So over to organizer for any questions or any clarifications.
I request the participants to ask if there are any queries. Any queries? If there are no queries, we'll proceed with the validity program.
So I think I have completed within the stipulated or assigned time, na?
Yes, sir.
Had I finished my presentation within the stipulated time?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It was finished, sir.
Very good. Okay. Gorbal sir is unmuted, might be asking questions.
No, sir. Oh, I am on the line. No.
Professor? Professor
Tell me, sir, please. Tell me, sir.
Tell me, sir.
So you-
You want some more time? No. Over. Okay. See, I want to express my happiness that I have completed within the stipulated time.
Correct,
Okay,
sir,
thank
correct,
you.
correct. Fine, sir. Fine. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So thank you very much. If any queries, please mail to me or send your queries through WhatsApp or email. So I'll try my level best to clarify your doubts. Thank you. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Since we have come to the end of the program, or for FDP, we'll move on to the valedictory function. A very good evening to everyone. With great privilege and tremendous happiness, I take this opportunity to welcome you all to the valedictory function of 3 days national level FDP on importance of NAAC in higher education institution. Firstly, I would like to welcome our Honorable Chairman L. Arun Kumar and other management members in their absence to the valedictory function. Welcome you all. Now I would like to welcome all the resource persons, Dr. Vivek Kapoor, Director, G.H. Raisins Institute of Technology, Nagpur. Welcome you, sir. I would like to welcome Dr. Mangala Keshava, IQAC Director, BMSc, Bangalore. Welcome you, ma'am. I would like to welcome Dr. Nagesh Prabhu, Professor and Head, Department of EEE, NAAC Coordinator, NMAMIT, NITE. Welcome you, sir. I would like to welcome Dr. Govinda Gowda MS, Dean Academics, ATMECE, Mysuru. Welcome you, sir. I would like to welcome Dr. Mahesh PK, HOD, Department of ECE and IQAC Convener, ATMECE. Welcome you, sir. I would like to welcome Dr. Yatish L, Associate Professor, Department of ECE, ATMECE. Welcome you, sir. Now I would like to welcome our beloved Principal, Dr. L. Basavaraj, to the valedictory function. Welcome you, sir. Now I would like to welcome Dean Student Affairs, Dr. Ratnakar Ji, and Dean Research and Development, Dr. Bhagyashree SR, to the valedictory function. Welcome you, sir. Welcome you, ma'am. Now I would like to welcome all the participants from various parts of India to this function. Welcome you all. Now I would like to welcome HODs of various departments to the valedictory function. Welcome you all. Finally, I would like to welcome all faculty members of various departments of ATMECE, Mysuru, to this valedictory function. Welcome you all. Now I request FDP Convener Dr. Yatish L, Associate Professor, Department of ECE, ATMECE, to give the detailed conduction report of the FDP from 9/11/2020 to 11/11/2020. Over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Good evening to one and all present here. I, Dr. Etishal, convener of this FDP program, would like to disseminate the report on 3 days online FDP program on importance of NAAC accreditation in higher education institutions. The FDP program focused on NAAC accreditation documentations and the procedure to be followed for writing self-study report and related documents to be produced to the data validation and verification for the NAAC peer committee team. The program was attended by more than 125 participants, including external participants from various states. The very first day, that is on 9/11/2020, the Dr. Vivek Kapoor, Director, GH Royson Institute of Engineering and Technology, Nagpur, delivered on defining course outcomes and rubrics for mapping course outcomes with program outcomes and program-specific outcomes. Later, he explained the attainment process calculations with the weightages given for direct and indirect assessments. Afternoon session followed by myself, Dr. Etishel, give an overview on criteria 1 and 2 documentation process to showcase for the NAAC peer review committee. Next second day, that is on 10/11/2020, the morning session was handled by Dr. Mangala Keshava, IQAC Director, BMS College of Engineering, Bangalore. Madam gave a presentation related to IQAC documentations and its functionality at the institution level. Later, she shared her broad knowledge on research details along with weightages given for research publications such as Scopus Index, IEEE transactions, peer-reviewed journals, and also the process about research, project bar funding, etc. Later in the afternoon sessions, followed by another internal resource person, Dr. Mahesh P.K., Professor and Head, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, and also the IQAC coordinator of ATME College of Engineering, delivered the overview on criteria for documentation process. What are the points to be highlighted with respect to criteria and can be showcased to the NAAC peer committee. On the third day, that is on today, 11/11/2020, the morning session was handled by Dr. Nagesh Prabhu, Professor and Head, AAA Department, NMAM IT, NITE, on criteria 5 and criteria 6 regarding documentation with respect to placements activities, cultural activities, sports, etc. Later, the speaker explained the governance, planning, strategy development, and IQAC composition, formation of alumni cell and alumni association, and so on. Today afternoon sessions, the session was handled by Dr. MS Govindegowda, Dean Academics, ATME College of Engineering, delivered an overview of criteria 7 documentation process and 2 best practices adopted at the institution level. With this information, I would like to conclude that in order to motivate the participants effectively to take part in faculty development program, we, the organizing committee, conducted the pre-assessment test before the faculty development program for internal participants, and the same post-assessment test regarding accreditation process will be conducted by the end of the day or by tomorrow for both and external participants. This post-assessment test is mandatory for internal participants to take part for the same, and external participants can also part in this if they wish to assess themselves. To take the test, the link will be shared on tomorrow for the external participants. Finally, I thank the management and principal and Dean Academics for giving an opportunity to organize this FDP. Thank you one and all. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir, for briefing about FDP. Now I request our beloved principal, Dr. Basavaraj L, to address the audience. Over to you, sir.
Good evening, all.
Good evening.
Am I hearing, madam?
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir.
Okay. It gives me an immense pleasure to propose the vote of thanks on the successful completion of 3 days FDP on importance of NAAC accreditation in higher education institutions. I hope the session were beneficial for the participants at various levels. First and foremost, I would like to thank the resource persons
Dr. Vivek Kapoor, Director, GH Raisoni Institute, Engineering and Technology, Nagpur. Dr. Mangala Keshava, IQAC Director, BMSc, College of Engineering, Bangalore. Dr. Nagesh Prabhu, Professor and Head, Department of EEE, NMAMIT, NITTE. And our internal speakers, Dr. Govinde Gowda, MS, Dean Academics, Dr. Mahesh PK, HOD, ENC and IQAC Coordinator, Dr. Etisha L, Department of ENC, for sharing their valuable time, knowledge and educating all of us on the issues related to NBA and NAAC, and also responding to all our queries. I thank our generous management which always supports all our endeavors. I especially thanks to our Honorable Chairman Sri L. Arun Kumar, Secretary Sri Shivashankar K, and Treasurer Sri Veeresh R for their continuous support and encouragement. It gives me an immense pleasure to congratulate and thanks the organizing committee. I thank all the in-house participants and the participants from other institutions. Finally, I thank one and all who made this FDP a grand success. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So I would like to thank our beloved principal, Dr. Basavaraj L, for your support and guidance in organizing this FDP successfully. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam.
Even though we have taken feedback on daily basis, I request few external participants to share their experience about the FDP. I request the external participants to give your valuable feedback.
So, Dr. BP Mahesh, may I request you to express?
Okay. Yes, sir. Thank you. I am very much here.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely this FDP is very useful, especially for the first-time applicants. Even we want to apply from our JSSAT. So the information what I received really is going to help us, especially for the first-time applicants, to apply effectively. All the sessions were good, sir. The speakers explained everything elaborately and specifically, and it was very good. I thank the organizers for having organized this FDP. We look forward for more FDPs from ATME similar to this. Sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Any other external participants?
May I request Bharati ma'am? Madam Bharati?
Hello, sir.
Can you speak on the FDP program, madam?
Sure, sir.
Yeah, please,
It,
please.
yeah, the complete 3 days, whatever we came across 3 days, it was a completely useful session for documentation and it gave a complete insight about the FDP. I thank the resource person from team because they gave a complete insight. It was very useful for whatever we are going in the February. It was very useful. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you very much, madam. So, we are from which college, madam? Okay. Now, any two from internal?
I request few internal participants to give their feedback about the FDP.
Yeah, thank you. Hello, this is Ravi Kumar from Mechanical Engineering Department. As the other participants expressed, it was definitely useful for every one of us who have attended this 3-day national level online workshop. It has given a complete picture of In the beginning, it was about NBA. Also, some brief introduction was there by Dr. Vivek Kapoor, and the following sessions by Dr. Mangala and Dr. Nagesh Prabhu were very, very informative, especially for those who are applying for the NAAC for the first time. I've got valuable information. I thank the whole organizing committee and the management and the IQAC coordinator, Dr. Mahesh PK, for providing such an opportunity and educate all of us on a very relevant and contemporary matter, and it was completely useful. And I think I heard that the video links also will be shared after of all the sessions after this workshop, because a lot of information we gathered in 3 days. All the informations may not be we'll be able to remember it afterwards, but if you watch those videos again, maybe it is going to help us a lot in future also. I thank the organizers for organizing it very neatly. Online organization is very difficult sometimes due to some technical reasons, but yet we have successfully completed all the sessions. And thank you, Sneha Madam, Girish, and Dr. Mahesh PK and Dr. Govind Degoda, everyone who is involved in this workshop. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. So, any other participants?
I am Mr. Devaraj from Mechanical Engineering Department. So I would like to express my sincere thanks to the organizers for conducting this 3 days national level online faculty development program on importance of NAAC accreditation for higher education institutions. So my special thanks to the external speakers and as well as internal speakers, Dr. Vivek Kapoor, Dr. Mangala Keshava, and Dr. Nagesh Prabhu. Also, my thanks to Dr. Govinda Gowda MS, also Dr. Mahesh PK and Dr. Itisha L. So thank you for your elaborate informations on these NAAC accreditation, etc. So once again, I would like to express my sincere thanks to all the conveners, coordinators who are actually involved in conducting this program. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Hello. Good evening. Hello, madam. Sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
Myself, Professor J.V. Gorabal from CSE department. Good evening to everyone once again. The entire workshop, the FDP, was well organized, very informative. It was a great educating experience in terms of achieving quality to apply for NAAC, for the significance of various criterias. Really, it was wonderful learning experience, especially even about NBA also. Dr. Vivek Kapoor, Dr. Yatish, Dr. Mangala Keshav, Dr. Mahesh, Dr. Nagesh Prabhu, Dr. MS Govind Degoda sir. Really, it was a great occasion for me to refresh myself about NAAC. I thank each and everyone, all the resource person, as well as organizers, and also I congratulate the entire team, NAAC, conveners, resource persons, management, principal, and all dean and HODs for providing me to take part in this event, and also opportunity for sharing my experience related to this particular FDP. Once again, I thank for the opportunity given to me. Thank you very much, sir. Have a great time.
Thank you.
That's all for the day.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, can I speak, madam?
Sure, sir.
Yeah, I'm Dr. Sunit Kumar, who has joined this institution recently, as many of you know about it. I also went through all the lectures, demonstrations given. In the previous institute, we have gone for 2 cycles of math. So last year I was part of a particular group for criteria 1. In fact, I've already sent about 3 or 4 presentations that were presented in that show. So I could see that enthusiastically all were noting down in my department also. I'm sure we are going to have a good collection as well as presentation of our data. And I appreciate all the persons who have spoken, and they are on the right lines, I can say, and from my experience. It was really good, especially Dr. Mangala Keshav gave very good statistical representation. So I enjoyed that. Anyway, thank you very much for the opportunity for me also. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
So,
Yes.
sir, we have come to the end. So I thank each and everyone who was a part of this valedictory function, and also I thank everyone who contributed towards the successful accomplishment of the FDP. Thank you all. The certificates and materials of FDP will be sent to the participants to their registered email ID in 1 or 2 days. So stay home, stay safe. Signing off by event coordinators Dr. Yatish L, Girish M, Sneha NP, Kiran B, Faculty Fraternity, ATMECE, Mysuru. Thank you all.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Arundal, madam.